My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Val, and today, today we are going to talk about Screen 7. Now, this video is a full review on the movie. I will be talking obviously about pros and cons, but everybody is entitled to their own opinions and stuff. Now, I'm a casual horror fan. I enjoy, the horror games, horror movies once in a while. So I'm not like a full-on nerd about it. Uh, I enjoyed it. I'm just gonna say it. I enjoyed it. It's a solid movie for like casual people who just want to go see a scary movie. But if you're like a huge Scream fan, then you're gonna probably be mixed about this, since I'm not gonna get into spoilers, so don't worry. Now, this is the movie synopsis. When a new Ghostface killer emerges in the quiet town where Sidney Prescott, Nev Campbell, has built a new life, her darkest fears are realized as her daughter, Isabel May, becomes the next target, determined to becomes the next target. Determined to protect her family, Sydney must face the horrors of her past to put an end to this bloodshed once and for all. Now, it sounds interesting. It sounds like it could be a really great movie. I mean, and it is. It's not great. There's flaws, obviously, but the person who wrote this was the original, writer for the other Scream movies. You know. Now, okay, the opening scene. I really enjoyed the opening scenes. It was very suspenseful. You didn't know what was going on, because I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but I mean the trailer's out and the movie is already out for like a few days. So I really liked how just it started off with a bang, but then the movie started to like drag down a little bit, and you just never see those characters ever again. The couple, they just die off, and then Ghostface burns the Stu Mocker house, and which again, it was, I want to say it was mostly only for shock value, obviously, but still, it was. Was it really necessary though? Was it really important to the plot? Yeah, no, I don't think so. If it could have been more necessary to the plot, then again they would have said that Stu was more than, he would have been alive. He just would have been in the movie. And also, it says that, I forgot what I was gonna say. My bad. Whatever. But still, it was like you just get to know these guys for like a few minutes, then they die by a random ghost face who is in California, by the way, while Sydney lives somewhere in like Indiana or the state beside it. That's like the span of the U.S. So that means one of the ghost faces had to like fly out to California just to burn down the Stu Mocker house, which was like, it's okay. A little bit of spoilers. It's like it's like the Airbnb that's like real. They're supposed to spend the night there, but then Ghostface kills them. Blah 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 blah. Then Ghostface burns out the Airbnb, which again was totally recreated in some like sound stage. And it's again, it started off strong, and then you just it never gets mentioned ever again. Yeah. The sound design and the soundtrack for this movie was amazing. It really kept you in that suspense because you didn't know what was going to happen. It was eerily quiet at some points, and the smallest sound could be like a trigger. Like, you could say, "Oh my gosh!" You hear like a glass knocking down, and you could say, "Is that Ghostface or who was that?" Like, you're surprised. You're gonna be scared and surprised at the same time. Now the kills were good. I really enjoyed um how gory it was, but the thing is, the gore, it didn't look real. It did not look like actual. I mean, no doubt it's a movie, but it was very CGI, almost even AI made. And it's like kind of sad since the first movie it was very practical and stuff, and it was amazing. I really loved that. Again, it just looks very AI made. I am so sorry. And that's it for the pros. That's all I got. Sadly, now the cons. Again, the premise of the movie would have been great since again it was written by the original writer of the Scream franchise, Kevin Williamson. I think it's because it was directed by him. I'm not saying I mean, he's a good writer. He knows how to make a story, but I feel like if it was directed by somebody else, it would have been so much better. If only if Radio Silence was still here, Spyglass would have haven't like messed this up. I and like I'm not throwing any shade at Radio Silence. I love their movies. Ready or Not, such a good movie. The 2020s, Screams. Really enjoyed that. Although the Scream 6 was a bit of a eh, like a meh movie, since the killer reveals and there's influence isn't really that cool. And the characters, oh my goodness, the characters. Now, Sydney, obviously, it's Sydney Prescott. What else do you want more? It's the original Final Girl, and her daughter is like very rebellious because the mom isn't talking to her and explaining her past trauma. Blah 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 blah. I feel like I've seen this somewhere. I don't know where. And the side characters. Okay, I like Sydney's husband. I forgot the actor. Wait, hold on.
What?
Let me look it up real quick. Joe McHale. He did good. He did good. He was a really good character. I really enjoyed him. But like the daughter's friends, they're like human water balloons ready to be popped by Ghostface, one by one. Because there's oh yeah, the name of Sydney's daughter is Tatum, which is a callback to the original Tatum from Scream 1, the one who was dating Stu. More on Stu later, by the way. I was very disappointed on how they used to, because she in Sydney's words, a little bit of a spoiler, because she was a good friend who was tough and fought very well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's okay. Yeah, sure. Whatever makes you happy, Sydney Prescott. I mean, Evans, Sydney Evans. Now, the daughter Tatum has a boyfriend, obviously, and he's just a rip-off wannabe Billy Loomis. Like, hello, he comes into the window. He comes through the window like Billy did in the original movie, and I'm like, okay, is that supposed to be a callback, or is he straightly, copying Billy? And then this quote unquote creepy guy, they instantly suspected him as the ghost face, which if you I might make a spoiler video on this, I don't know. But sorry. Oh goodness, my microphone will pick that up. Oh well, it's fine. And he's just bland since he's like he's a nerd on the screen killings and the what happened to Sidney Prescott and all of that. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Tatum's friends just, again, really bland, really basic characters. I didn't really connect with them as much as I connect with like Richie from it or Dustin from Stranger Things or something like that. I really didn't connect with them. Now, um, the thing that really like made me very disappointed was the way how they used the original actors of the franchise. Now, spoilers. Actually, you know what? No spoilers. I'm just gonna say it. I didn't like how they used Matthew Lillard. I love Matthew Lillard. He's a good Shaggy. He was awesome as Stu in the original movie. Really, props to him. And he's a really great William Afton. I really love that. I really like that we got freaking Shaggy from Scooby Doo to play William Afton on like something that's very nostalgic to this generation, just like Scooby Doo was very nostalgic for a lot of generations before us. And he was just a waste. I feel so bad for him. Also, yeah, Courtney Cox. She's a great actress. I really love her work in Friends, obviously. She shows up in like the most awesome way imaginable. Like that was a good intro. Like props to to the the writing team. Again, Kevin Williamson is a good writer, but he's not a good director. She shows up for like 15 minutes and then she leaves. And then she shows up back at the end again and then she leaves. We never hear from her ever again. Like, are you that lazy to give more writing to like a very important character besides Sidney Prescott? And if Stu was still alive, I would have enjoyed this movie. I would have given. I would have. I think I would be talking more positively about this. But no, Spyglass was like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna add you for like a few minutes. I don't know if you're okay with that. Sorry. Yeah. No. Yeah." And the worst, honestly, the worst part of the movie, the Ghostface reveal. The Ghostface reveal was very extremely disappointing to me. Now, as much as this movie would have been great, I feel like if the Ghostface reveal was more explained, I feel like that would have been like props to them again, good. But I want to say Kevin Williamson is not a good director, but he is a great writer. Again, if Radio Silence were still working on this, I feel like this movie would have been like amazing. And for like very diehard Scream fans, I feel like some of them are again they're gonna be very mixed on this movie since again I think they bring back another actor, by the way, like various actors from old movies, and it's very disappointing on how they use them again, just like Stu. Now, should I say go watch the movie, go give it your time? I don't freaking know. I'm just a 16-year-old on the internet. Do whatever you want. It's your money. Like, go ahead, be my guest. I really wouldn't care less if you watch the movie. But if you're gonna watch it at home, don't buy the DVD. Just rent it for $4.99 when it comes out in Amazon Prime. If you haven't, or when it comes out in Netflix, just wait. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I know it's a little bit of a change, but I think I did good. Please subscribe so I can keep doing YouTube and I can get more people to watch my videos. Well, bye. Thank you.